Hi folks, Cassie here from the Akashic Window. I was in the middle of editing our episode on symbols when I realized that I had missed probably the single most common symbol of all, and that's going to be numbers. I don't know how I missed numbers. I see numbers all the time. I think you guys probably see numbers all the time. Somehow it just failed to make it into this spread. So to remedy that, I am going to do a little mini series that focuses on numbers. We're going to go through all of the numbers. We're going to go from 1 to 9, and then we're going to cover 0. And we will be doing this in the form of flashcards that we can have on hand to refer to. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, numbers, like any other symbol, are highly personal. What a number 7 means to one person may mean something completely different to someone else. And while we go through this, I will give you the most common meanings for certain numbers, understanding that you are going to have your own interpretation, your own relationship with those numbers, and that is completely fine. Now, numbers, to me at least, have their own personalities. Those personalities include feelings, they include colors. I interpret these things very intuitively, and my intuitive sense is not always the same as everyone else's. If I pick a color that just doesn't work for you, don't use that color. So we're going to hop right in today with number 1. For many people, when they look at or see the number 1, if they associate it with a color, and a lot of folks do, they associate it with red. And that makes a lot of sense if you think of 1 in some of its traditional meanings, because it's associated with leadership and action and being on top and courage and boldness. But when I think of the number 1 and it pops up in my mind, I see this dark royal blue. I do associate the number 1 with leadership, and I see it as a strong, patient leader who is loyal and in control, and it just feels dark blue to me. There are some associations with 1 that I also think of as yellow, and even a little bit of red. And so I will include some of that in our card today. So jumping in here, I have these index cards. I painted them with my metallic water paint set. I painted a different color scheme on each card based on the way that particular number feels to me. So 1 is a nice blue, 2 is pink, 3 is also blue, but it's a different kind of blue. 4 kind of got a mix of colors in, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. And we will see all of these cards as we work through the series. But for today, we're going to start with our first number. So starting with our first number, I have my index card here. I have some blue origami paper that I'm going to stick to the back. And then I've got some stickers here that I think are going to work really well. So once you've got your backing on, just go ahead and trim the sides. I don't know about the rest of you, but just thinking about this spread has got that song stuck in my head. You know the one. 1 is the loneliest number 1. Okay, so we're studying down the sticker. Go ahead and go over the edges. That's fine. We're going to trim that up. Okay. And I think I'm going to put another one down in this corner. 1 is the loneliest number, much, much worse than 2. I'm not singing the one from the 70s, the song from the 70s. I'm actually singing the one from the 90s. I think it was Amy Mann. It's a controversial opinion, but I think she did it better. So what do we know about the number 1, and what does it mean when it shows up in our lives? So probably the single most common way we see this number is in 1111. Everyone sees 1111, and it means different things to different people. Now, a lot of people, when they see 1111, they take this as a sign from the angels or new beginnings. I take this as a direct message. And the message is a reminder that I am manifesting my reality. And this is a really good reminder because it tells you to be mindful of your thoughts, because your thoughts create your reality. And so when you see 1111, just check in and see what you're thinking about and see if those thoughts align with what you really want. The reason I associate 1111 with manifesting your reality is because the first card in the tarot deck is the Magician, and he or she is all about manifestation. The number 1 is also associated with the planet Mercury, and from this Mercury energy, we're going to see the idea of intellect. Ones, if you're familiar with numerology, people whose birth number, life path number are ones, they're really smart, they're sharp, they are on top of things. And so one's associated with intellect, it's associated with action. 1 is the number of doing, going, getting done, and fast movement. Other things associated with the number 1 include actions, deliberation, boldness. 1 is the number that is going to be charging out into the fray. 1 is also about confidence, about self-sufficiency. 1s take care of themselves. Other numbers you might see a lot of, I see a lot of, is 111. I hear that as independence, about being in control of your reality, which is not so different from manifesting it. A lot of traditions, associations associate the number 1 with God because he or she or they are the creator. Number 1 is about creation. Number 1 is about leadership, being first, showing the way. And so this is a little shiny, so I know it's kind of hard to see, but here is the front of our card with all the different meanings and interpretations of the number 1. All right, so flipping this guy on over to the back, we've got this blue back. And this I'm just going to make artistic. I'm going to have it represent the number 1 through color, shapes, symbols, whatever feels right to me. And there we have it, guys, our number 1 card. So number 1, all the different ways the symbol can show up in your life, and then a little bit of decoration on the back, a little bit of something we associate with the number 1, a little pop of color here because I do associate red a little bit with it. And there we are. I think I might even start a divination deck or something with these. I think these would be a good place to start that. We'll see where this goes. All right, so thank you for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, remember to trust your intuition, embrace your creativity, and keep shining your light. We'll see you next time.